What up? What up? What up, y'all? It's your man Kev Mac, and I'm back with another live stream. We're gonna have OG Cute's Magnificent 7 come on, and I'm gonna share some pictures with Cute's, so you guys get to check them out and see Cute's what Cute's has to say about these particular pictures. Nothing special except for one picture, but nevertheless, this is KM Video live streams where the Mac heads and maniacs dwell. And I must say this before I invite Cutes on. I know some of you guys get tired of Cutes. I know a lot of you guys get tired of me not coming on every night. But I'm gonna say this. There's never been no one better to come on here as a guest than OG Cutes. No one has brought more history to this platform than OG Cutes. And so with that said, if you don't want to see Cutes, if you don't want me to have Cutes on live with me, then you are not a Machead and you are not a maniac. Point blank. Simple. It's that simple. Those that come here, you already know what to expect. Kev Mac, Cutes, and who knows who else. With that said, OG Cutes, Magnificent 7.
What up, brother Kev?
Oh, man, them orange look like you in Wayside, homie.
Oh, shit. I got on my carrot. It was the carrot outfit, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, bad habits are hard to break sometime, man. How the Mac heads doing out there? And maniacs.
Shout out to the Philadelphia Eagles. They are 6-0. Somebody in here said the Eagles wouldn't win 3 games this year. Well, they done doubled that total in the first 6 games. Imagine that.
How about the Padres and the Dodgers?
Oh, man, I've been sick ever since the 7th inning yesterday.
Padres just got a real deal going all the way. The Padres are going to win it all.
Man, they deserve it, and not because they are so great, but because their front office put together a good team. They decided to spend a lot of money, and second of all, the Dodgers gave it to them. Not that we would win Game 5, but they gave them that game, man. So shout out to the Padres, man, for capitalizing on our stupidity, our front office, and our managers going off analytics and totally misusing the bullpen.
I'll tell you what, the Padres are representing San Diego now, and we don't got the Chargers no more, but it sure feels good to have the Brown team putting it down.
Well, let me say this, man. They aren't just representing San Diego, they represent California now.
Oh, yeah. Anytime a California team, gets so far in the playoffs in advance, they definitely do represent the whole state. But yeah. I was just talking about their home, home city.
I know, but it's bigger than just the city of San Diego because California is a baseball state. We got
How many teams we got? 3 teams? 4 teams?
No, we got the Padres and Dodgers. We got A's, Giants, and Angels. That's 5 teams, bro.
Wow, that's a lot of teams in one state.
California is a big state.
Some states only have 1 team.
Yeah, some don't have any.
Poor state. Well, we better get a football team down here soon.
Yeah. Who was that I was looking at? Somebody's getting ready to move to Vegas, man.
I thought, we all knew that the Raiders are already there. So who else?
I don't remember, but I was watching TV on Friday or Saturday, and there's some team owner that bought land in Vegas, and he's going to move his team out here. No, it wasn't the Suns. It was somebody else. Somebody new that I had never heard before moving out here. But it's not well known. I don't think it was the A's. Like I said, there's somebody that's not known to be moving out here. I don't know how I forgot so fast. I just seen it on TV the other day.
Yeah. Hey, Kev, I wanted to send a shout out to the lifers that are paroled.
Go ahead.
Oh, all right. So, all you lifers out there that have gotten your parole and you just waiting, some of you have gotten parole, but you're just waiting for the paperwork to process its way through, and then the door is going to open and you're going to be back out here with us lifers. So, it's a big responsibility if you're a lifer, so the door don't slam on the other lifers. So when a lifer gets parole, when a lifer gets back here in society, it's very important that you don't do nothing selfish that'll jeopardize for the other lifers that are waiting to get a date. So you got all of the lifers. We have all of the other lifers on our shoulders. So when I paroled, I thought about you guys. And so when things would provoke me out here, I didn't want to, just react to situations and events in a pre-programmed negative way. And because if I did, then that would have slammed the door on the guys who's followed me. So each lifer that gets out here and does well, it has a reflection on the other lifers that are trying to get what we already have obtained, and that's our freedom. So always, think things through. Don't be, a reactionary, and don't rely on your old playbook, because if you want to keep your freedom and you want to stay out here in society, then you have to think things through and you have to weigh the consequences for yourself, your opponent, as well as the consequences that it's going to have on the other lifers who are trying to get a date. So don't be selfish, and keep in the forefront that your freedom is not a privilege. Your freedom is you were born into the world, and your mother had you, so you were born basically free. So, it's your right to be free. They say, oh, freedom's a privilege. No, that's what they want you to think it's a privilege. You got a God-given right to be free, right now in this day and time to be free. But you could end your freedom by doing something, without thinking it through, that's criminal. So keep the other lifers in your mind. If you're a lifer like me, always when you choose how you're going to respond to something, always think it through. And it's hard to do that if you high. So just keep that in mind. That's all I had to say to my lifer brothers, Kev.
All right, I want to correct you on something.
All right.
You are not a lifer anymore. Maybe in your mind that push you have for lifers, but you are an ex-lifer. You at home enjoying your freedom.
Yeah, I realize that. But once you had a life sentence and you didn't see any light at the end of your tunnel, and then it's like being in war, like a real, combat, veteran, he's always gonna remember that war. He's always
Oh, we lost Cutes. They don't want you lifers to get out and stay out. That's all I can say about that. Killer Kelly, sorry we didn't get to your question. Maybe Cutes comes back on or not. I don't know. But he should be coming back on. Southside, what up? Salinas Valley Report, what up? All right, Cutes, question. Is there any way a lifer without parole can get a date?
Yeah. A lifer without parole could get a date through his appeal system. He has to appeal and get some of the charges knocked off of that, and then he could get a date. I have seen guys parole that were once on death row.
Okay.
But he can't get parole if he still has it. You understand? He has to work it down through the court system.
Right. Speaking of lifers, you guys might not mean much to you guys. Eventually, it will mean a lot to you guys, like it mean to me right now. I had the pleasure of speaking to Burley Swan for the first time, and he
That's
called call me back to back to back. We got to chop it up a little bit. You can only get so much in 15-minute phone calls. Plus, they was playing games with the phone, so the calls weren't exactly a full 15 minutes each. But Vertus is one of the original Crips, and I'm going to ask him a lot of good questions as far as the Crib and Crips and who the originals were and what year they came out, all that type of stuff. We're going to get to that on another day. But Jerry Allen Jr., what up? Alicia, what up? Good. No, it was not the Oakland A's. That's what I'm telling you guys. It was a team that's trying to move here and is not well known to the public. So when they were broadcasting it, they were filling us in on some information we don't know about. It wasn't the Oakland A's, and it wasn't the NBA. I believe it was I want to say it was a football team, but it could have been a baseball team. It wasn't a basketball team. LeBron, as you know, is talking about getting a team after he retires from the NBA. But anyway, so I'm going to show you some pictures, Cutes.
Okay.
And you just tell me. I may ask a question about the picture, so just give me a second to pull some up. First one. Oh, wow. It's going to be good. Let's see. You don't want to blow up. Damn it. Okay, here we go. Give me a second.
Yeah.
Alicia said everybody bang that like button one time.
That's right.
All right, come on now. Okay, here we go. Present. Oh, I could have did slides. Are you serious? Video file, share screen. All right. Who is this, man? Tell me about it.
Oh, man, that's me with a pitchfork. Oh, that's when I worked at Hollywood Park, a racetrack, and I worked for a dude named Dale, and Dale had this breed of horses called trotters. So anybody familiar with Hollywood Park, that's where the Charger Stadium is now, unfortunately. I used to really have a lot of good memories about being at Hollywood Park. Anyway, my grandfather, he had trotters. So one of the guys that would handle the trotters was a dude named Dale. Another guy, his name was Mr. Hanson. He was out of Cherry Valley, Pomona. So in the summertime, well, whenever the circuit would come around for the trotters, and it was seasonal, they would give me a job there to keep me out of trouble. So I would, and I like animals, and I'm not scared of horses. So I used to go and, clean the stalls. I would wash the horses, walk them. I was basically training to become a handler. I weighed too much to be a workout person, to work them out, because they usually get the lighter, shorter people to do those jobs, But yeah, that was a picture. I think when I was that's definitely in the 70s.
All right, y'all. I'm not going to answer all you guys' questions, or I'm not going to present all of your questions to Q's tonight. We've done many Q&As. So tonight, I'll give a few questions, but it's not that night tonight. It's not a Q&A like we normally do tonight, you guys. Goob should probably be, you may be Goob's best friend tonight, because you not only mentioned Pomona, you mentioned the horses. Goob's got to love that shit.
That's cool.
All right, let's see. Uh-oh.
Huh?
Check on your dogs.
Oh, no, they all right. They had the fire trucks been out there. Oh, that's the Magnificent Seven right there. So let's see who we got there. You got Gary Lang. Okay, the first person, I can't remember who that is from the picture of the first person in that picture. Some people said that's Keith Henderson, but I don't know for sure if that's Keith. but that's Gary Lane. With he looks like he has on black. So that's the Magnificent Seven, Gary Lane. That's Big Rusty with the fro. That's Big Mouse with the hat. And the brother he's shaking hands with is Chucky Madison. And that's Magnificent Seven, Barney Five on the end with the beanie on. So that's basically, you know, the heart of the seven right there.
That sounds sweet. The heart of the seven.
And that was like in the early 70s.
That should be the name of your book, man.
Yeah.
Heart of the seven.
Yeah, you got to have heart to deal with some of the circumstances and conflict that we, you know, had to endure and deal with.
Now, I showed you a picture similar to this one once before. Same two people, same prison yard, different picture. See if you could recognize these two characters.
Okay. Yeah, I think I can recognize those guys.
Who is it, Cutes?
All right. So let me make the picture a little bigger.
Mac Heads and Maniacs, who do y'all think that is?
All right. That looks like, damn, I want to say, is that Mumpy?
Absolutely.
All right, that's Mumpy in one of them. And then the other brother, that's, is that Lala?
Nah.
Who's that other brother? Who's the other brother with the sunglasses and the beanie?
That's me.
Kev. Wow. No shit.
Yep.
That's a cool picture, dog.
Right,
where y'all at? That's an institution.
Tehachapi, yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's see. I had a picture.
Well, at least I got Mumpy. I got part of it right.
I knew you was gonna get Mumpy. This right here is me, and Mia's at the bottom. Mia's from
I like those shirts you guys got on. I want to get one of them. I want to get one of them prison shirts. The blue ones.
Mia's got on a thermal.
Yeah.
I got on a thermal with a t-shirt over.
Yeah, you guys are squatted down in the front.
Yeah. If you can see over here, this is Wiz, rest in peace, from Raymond.
Okay.
These brothers is D Mike from 11 Deuce. This is E Rock from 40s, from Dark Side 40s. And this is S-Man from 60s. I used to clown him and say Halldale 60s because he come from over that way with Baby Slipping now.
Yeah, he's on our side of the boulevard.
Okay, let's see. You should be able to get this one, especially now, man. Let me see. Who's that?
Okay, let me go in. Okay, that's Mumpy and you. You got the cornrows.
Yep.
Y'all was banging hard, dog. I could tell in that picture. One of y'all was on the main line.
Mump doesn't consider himself a leader, but Mump's a great leader, man.
Yeah, Mump's a leader. And Mump knows he's a leader.
He's smart. Mump is a very smart guy.
Yeah, Mump could outthink a motherfucker in a minute.
Man, he really thinks it out and thinks it fast.
Yeah.
Tell us about this, man. Which dog is this right here?
Oh, I like dog ones. I'm good. Man, that's the OG bear right there. That's the one that ran away. That was the smartest dog. That's probably the smartest dog I ever had. This dog, he could do commands, and he was easy to train. Like I could just like give him a new trick, and he could learn it if I just paired with some food or good reward. That's how smart he was. Fact is, if I would have been a better dog trainer, I could have taught him how to do more tricks, but your dog's ability is limited on the master. So I had lost a lot of my skill, you know, being incarcerated. But if I had to continue to learn how to give commands and train and reinforce behaviors in a dog, I could have really went a long way with this particular dog right here, because he just had a good brain. He could learn real good. But yeah, I got his brother, so that's good. He looked just like him, but not nearly as smart.
Right. Ain't nothing like having the same dogs from the same bloodline.
Yeah, but that's good because the brother is real aggressive, though. He a bite. He don't play. So I like that quality about his brother.
So the other dog had a better temperament?
Yeah, you can let him go and he can play with kids. The reason they gave me his brother is because there were more kids being introduced in the complex, and this dog was unpredictable. And the man said he didn't want to put him to sleep, but the dog showed him some traits that he would, you know, bite the kids. So once you come and get it, and then, you know, so I went and got it, and he's been great ever since.
All right, check this out. This is a G-ass flick, man.
Okay, let me see who these characters are. Well, that's Black Dog in there.
That's Black Dog from Venice Showline.
Yeah, that's Black Dog in there.
These are 60s and 30s.
Oh, okay. Is that Big Bob in there?
No, that ain't Big Bob. I don't think that's Big Bob. I never met Big Bob. But
you never met him, so that might not be him. Well, I mean, sure.
It could be. I just don't know him.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, there go Babyface in the back with that hat on.
Yeah, you got Babyface.
Is that Big Rick over here with the A, with the LA hat?
No, that's not Big Rick.
He sure stands like Big Rick.
Big Rick is around there somewhere, though. This is Bad News to the left in the white.
Oh, yeah, there go Bad News right there.
This is Big Keystone right here.
Oh, that's Keystone with the blue shades on.
Yeah, this is Earthquake from Harlem.
Oh, man, I don't know why I didn't know Earthquake, man. Earthquake's going to be disappointed. That's what him and Mouse used to always do business together. Earthquake and Stagger Lee was best friends.
And that's what taken at Stagger Lee's funeral.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was his best friend, Earthquake. Yeah, Earthquake had a cool-ass 53, dark brown and beige Chevy Bel Air. Him and Stag would roll around in that. It had Dayton wires on it. It was clean. That was just one of his cars.
Do you know Lil Bit from Harlem?
Oh, yeah, Little Bit's my buddy. That's the one with the flipped-up hat?
I believe that's his name, yeah.
Yeah, that's Little. Yeah, that's Little. I just zoomed in on. Yeah, well, me and Little, Little, and Black Dog, we all did time together. I sent you a picture of all of us.
Oh, Lil Bit's in that picture?
Yeah, Little Bit's in that picture.
Oh, I gotta go back and look at it.
Yeah, Little Bit's in that picture.
Yeah, that was a G-ass flick right there, man.
It sure was. I'm glad you clarified some things in there too. Because sometimes you'll see a picture and then you won't remember the guys' names, but once someone brings it up, then you remember where you were with them and who they were.
And I believe you're older than everybody in that picture, at least by some months to a year.
That's for sure. Yeah. I mean, you know, I started my cripping career early.
Right. Now, I got a question. Is this Mouse right here? If it's not, who is this with Jamel Barnes right here?
Okay. Oh, that's Big Chucky.
Oh, that's Chucky Madison?
Yeah, that's Big Chucky Madison, and that's Jamel. Now, if you zoom back on it, you would see Mouse.
Yeah, I see Mouse with the fresh shirt and hat on.
Yeah, but we don't see that part of the picture. Oh, there go Mouse next to Chucky. Yeah. That's Mouse. Remember I said Mouse had all the rips, and that if I would have brought him up to the school to flex on Jamel, he would have peeled on him. So look at, but look at Jamel, boy. Jamel got some cuts too.
So this is Mouse with the medallion on.
Yeah, that's Mouse with the medallion on.
And this Chucky with the afro?
That's Chucky with the biker shades. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So
You got the Omen shirt on.
I knew that was Mouse because I always see this tattoo when he's flexing.
Yeah, that's the mouse trap tattoo. That's
Mouse.
the only tattoo he had.
Yeah, see, I agree. Southside said it looked like Mouse. I knew that was Mouse, but
Yeah, Southside's right.
when you said it was Chucky, I was gonna say, boy, he give Chucky a run for his money. I was gonna say give Mouse a run for it.
Yeah, well, they blocked Chucky out. You couldn't see Chucky pose good. Chucky had cuts.
Okay, now
Chucky was a good fighter. Chucky could chunk him.
Now my question here is, damn, why did it show up like that? It wasn't supposed to show up like that. God damn it, maybe I did something wrong. Let me try that again. Fuck. Oh, I think I know what I did wrong. Okay, yeah, I did just wrong. Now the question here is, where the hell is your shirt?
You don't need no shirt. That looks like I was at the beach, and it looks like I had a cane or something, or umbrella. I don't know, but I know I was feeling good that day, sober, and I was chilling, enjoying my freedom, and I was kicking it. Yeah, I think I was in Coronado somewhere.
Casper said, "Cutes, ask Donald Archie for those pictures of Tookie, please."
Oh, yeah, Donald would make copies for me, no problem.
Man, I had one guy, I'm not going to say his name, I'm not going to put him on blast, but if he sees this, he knows I'm talking about him. When I met him, OG dude, he said, and everybody know this dude, he says, I got a bunch of pictures of Tookie. I got Polaroids of Tookie. And I said, yeah. I said, let me see him. He said, oh, yeah, I got him. I got a shoebox full. I go to dude's house. Been talking to him for years. Ain't never seen one picture of Tookie from him. I don't know if he saved them or he lying, man.
Yeah. A lot of people lost their Polaroids. I'm going to tell you who had a bunch of pictures when they came home. Michael Christian had like 4 photo albums of pictures when he came home.
Okay, now my question is, I had fun both these days, right? That I'm finna show you. But I want to hear from you, though. Which day was your best day? Was it this day right here in Dago at the park? Oh, shit. My computer's freezing right now.
Well, I remember when we took this particular picture right here, that crazy dude cut the shower on. And you said, what the fuck? And then I was like, oh, man, because I didn't know that the shower was right to our right or something. Or, yeah, that would be to the right. And then the water sound, it went, psh, but it was funny how you cut it. And then we walked over to that other bench. This one was in Mission Bay. And we walked over to that table. And then it's like we picked up right where we left off. That's when you realize that I had a good memory, or I had a good stop and start. He said, dang, we didn't just did a retake here. And dude just started exactly back, finishing his sentence, or, the complete thought where he stopped at. And it almost didn't look like we did a retake. That was a trip when I saw that.
Yeah, he gave us a little respect, though.
Oh yeah, he didn't know. Yeah. He didn't know. He didn't know what we were doing.
And I wasn't being mean to him. I just get tired of messing up our interview.
Remember when we were in y'all's park over there off of Slauson? Yeah, and then people kept coming up wanting to talk to me. Mm-hmm. Remember that? Yeah. And I said, well, let me talk to him like that. Yeah.
So let me see. There's a few questions, but
I don't mind answering some.
well, DJ Superman Slaughter asked a question. Can you show a picture of little Rusty Cute's little brother? We just showed a picture of Rusty, and he's not
Well,
little.
point it out again, because he probably didn't hear it.
Yeah,
He probably
he
he
might just,
probably didn't.
but he can always rewind it, go back and watch it.
Yeah.
So was that day better than this day? Which day was best to you, Cute?
I liked it this day sitting at the table. Because when Monster spun his head around like that, I knew he was going to just go off. And I said, okay, Monster's feeling good. And then when Monster got to chopping it up, I liked it this day the best. And Rockhead was chilling too. Yeah, I liked it that day.
Man, Monster was going through them waters, wasn't he?
And man, Monster wasn't playing, man. Monster was feeling good that day. That's
Get
my
him
dog.
drink. Get him drink. What up, homeboy? Get him drink in the house. All right. I forgot who this is, so I'm going to ask you now. Who is this guy right here?
Okay, that's me and Stacy Bullock doing Hard Time.
Okay.
That's Staggerlee's Crimey, Crip 5, Stacy Bullock, Rolling 60, Hustler Crip, Money Crip, ran with Stagger Lee and the Money Crew. You know, all of those good brothers there. You know, Stacy's doing time right now.
Yeah. I heard he about to get out, finally.
Well, that'll be good. I used to always hang out over his house with his little brother Billy. That was my best friend.
This here is my youngest grandchild. Just turned 1 year old earlier this month.
And wow, it's cool.
He's watching TV now and learning, and he's happy that his mom's home, you guys. And so he's doing good right now. She wants me to start a bank account for him, so he won't have to go through some of the shit that we had to go through. So maybe can use it for a higher education at some point.
For sure.
Now, I know I showed you a picture of me before. I think I might have showed you this one, but you couldn't, if I remember correctly, you couldn't see it. Let's see if you can see it today.
All right.
This is me with a perm, man, down here with the blue rag and the blue Pendleton on. Can you see me?
Give me a second.
Bottom left corner.
Yeah, I see you.
That's
yeah. Well, y'all, that's on the street, right?
That's on Crenshaw Boulevard.
Okay, cool.
This Mad Ronnie right here. This is Big Slip Rock, rest in peace right here. Baby F-Bomb, rest in peace. Lil Sly. This is the dude that Cartoon kept asking about. This is Nutty. This is the one that play in the movies right here.
Is Nutty the one with the brown on in the middle?
Nah, he got on green and white, throwing up neighborhood right here to the left.
I see. Nutty's kind of big bone.
Not really. I mean, it looked like it in this picture.
Yeah.
Maybe up top, maybe. But this is him. This is the guy that played in Players Club and a couple other movies.
Well, he was like Chucky Penland. He was getting some good stardom.
Yeah. Somebody say I was looking like a member of Cypress Hill. I didn't hear y'all say the Magnificent Seven was looking like an old 60s or 70s R&B group.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I believe it might be the shirt, or maybe he was working out at that point. Because if you look at the waist, he looked kind of thick at the waist too. But I always remember him being skinny.
So he passed away?
No, he's still around.
Oh, is he still getting parts?
I'm not sure. Probably.
That's crazy, man. Because T. Rogers was an excellent actor, and You know, I done seen a lot. You remember the young brother I was showing you, and you had the picture, and we wanted to know where he was from, and then we did a little research. We found out that he's still alive, and he had a car dealership. That little brother was a good actor too, you know. But I don't know, man. Black people just got a natural talent, and you put them behind a camera and give them some lines to remember. They all have the ability to be good actors. They just don't want to open the door for those young brothers. But when you go into Hollywood and you see all those other people, they get all the opportunity and they can't act. You'll be like, man, how come they keep giving that guy a movie?
Right.
That shit is silly.
So look,
But that's the way it is.
Old Franny Blue Entertainment says he should have stuck with acting. He did stick with acting. After this picture, he rarely, if ever, came around more than 2 or 3 times. So he did stick to acting. So hopefully his life turns out the way you wanted it to turn out for him.
You know, one thing, I don't care where you go in life. If you walk away from your friends and you turn your back on your friends and you don't come back down in your neighborhood, then what was it all worth? It wasn't worth nothing. You can't want to go back in your neighborhood and hang out on the streets you grew up on with people that were brothers or little, brothers of the people that you once knew. Then everybody is rooted somewhere, rooted in something. Right. Unfortunately or fortunately, we was rooted for where we were from. So we go back. And you got to go back. You don't go back, then you wasn't really rooted there.
Right.
Well, what about the people that go back and die there? So that, you know what? You're going to die on the day that it was written for you to die. So understand that.
I agree. Q, so I'm going to show you a picture. I know you don't. This is in Donovan between the years of 91 and 94.
No, those were some excellent gangbanging years.
Was you and Donovan in them years?
No, I left Donovan in 93.
Well, yeah, you were there then. This picture may have been taken.
Oh, no. I was there. I'm tripping. I'm thinking of old folks. No, I got to Donovan in 93, and I didn't leave until 2010 or 2011.
Okay, that makes sense because these dudes got out in 94.
Oh, I probably know these dudes.
Let me see if you recognize them. You recognize them?
Let me zoom in on these dudes. Wow, man, I remember these dudes.
Long braids. Perm.
Yeah, I think they were over on
Was He-Man from 60s up there when you was there?
I heard that name.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
who was those two brothers?
That's my brother and my best friend right there.
Oh, your brother was on the same yard with me.
Yeah, but not for long. I guess about a year, maybe.
Yeah, I know your brother. I didn't know it was your brother, though.
I was going to show you a picture of him in YA, but I said you probably wouldn't remember because he was too young.
Yeah.
What other pictures? I think that's about it.
So when is your brother coming home?
He don't have a date yet.
Oh.
He knew he wasn't going to get no date, but he thinks he'll be out. He thinks he'll get a November date.
I thought he had the date.
No, he never got a date. He just got granted parole.
Oh, yeah. So he didn't. Okay, so if he got granted parole and he didn't have a murder with a body, the governor can't reverse his date. So he's definitely coming home unless the full panel rejected when it went back to Sacramento.
I don't think he's been to the full panel yet.
Oh, I see what you're saying. He's in that 4-month waiting period. He's in the limbo period.
Yeah, he said it was a 5 month. Remember I was telling you, he said 5 months.
Okay, well, 5 months, 4 months, 5 months. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I understand what he's saying, but let him know he's going home because the governor can't take none of that stuff. They can't do it. They're not. He's gonna go home. He just gotta wait it out. So that's good news for your brother.
Let me see. I think you were about to correct me or something, but Cute's cut you off. Was Rusty
Okay.
younger than Cute?
Yeah, yeah. That's my baby brother.
All I was saying was that Rusty is not little Rusty. His brother was just Rusty, which would be Big Rusty. Machine.
Yeah, he's good Rusty. Yeah,
Yeah,
machine gun.
yeah. I've always heard Machine Gun Rusty.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's his brother, man. They all had big names over there. All the Bells had big names.
Everybody in the Magnificent Seven was named after a gun. 38 Gary Lang, Shotgun QT, Machine Gun Rusty, 38 Mouse. So we all had gun names. 410 Todd, Double Barrel Chucky.
I never knew that.
Yeah, we all had gun names.
Cutes, how much was Raymond Washington benching on the weight pile?
Raymond Washington, he was more when the Crips first started. Raymond Washington was the strongest, biggest Crip. So he could easily, some Crips could easily just, like, when we would get out of the hole, Vertus Swan could always hit 400. Like, we would stay in the hole 7 months and go to the iron pile, Vert could always hit 700. Bam could always hit 315. No matter how long he would be in the hole, he could always hit 315. Raymond, he could always hit 400. The farmer could always hit 400. No matter if he's drinking, not working out, he could always go in the gym back then. Because you got to remember, these dudes were still young. You get older, you ain't going to hit weights like that, after laying off for a period of time. And you probably won't even get up that heavy. Jamel could always hit 500. No matter how many days he missed, he could hit 500. Took could hit 5. Mouse could hit 4 and some change.
That's crazy. But look, Cutes, I remember many years ago. This is before the iPhone shit. This is when everybody had Blackberries. This is a guy named Pup. I think his name was Leon Johnson.
Yeah.
He was from 80 Swans. And he told me he was in a cell next door to some original East Side Crip. And I was like, damn, yeah, pick his brain for some info. He said, man, he got a photo album off the hook. I said, yeah. I said, get his photo album. He said, man, look. He said, I'm gonna borrow his photo album real quick, and I'm gonna take a picture, and I'm gonna send it to you. This before this picture was on the internet. I'm not saying that's where it came from, but he sent me this picture before it was on the internet, and I never knew until I seen Street TV post the names of these guys. So I want to ask you, do you know who was on these pictures all this time? Do you know who that is on the far left?
Yeah. That's her. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Let me get started here. All right, that's okay. Okay, that's Raymond Washington with the bebop Apple hat on. Correct. The guy that he got his hand on the shoulder, that's Cowboy or Herc. That's Herc. So that's Herc right there. That's Fast Black with the little fro.
Right here.
Yeah, that's Fast Black. Raymond is shaking his hand up under his forearm. And then this guy on the end right here, I know him, but I can't think of his name.
Man, you're gonna trip when I tell you who it is.
Wait a minute, I'm gonna tell you who it is. Let me look. Wait a minute.
I'll give you a hint. You said him and Raymond was barely ever on the streets together.
Oh shit.
I know why you don't recognize him, because that hat's covering up his forehead.
Yeah. who is that? Raymond and him was barely on the street together. Give me a little more.
He's from Compton. Oh, well, he's known for being in Compton.
Okay, so that ain't Mac Thomas.
Yes, it is.
Wow, that's Mac.
Man,
Yes.
this picture been floating around all these years, man, and I didn't know, and people I showed it to didn't know that was Mac Thomas.
So who verified that it was Mac?
Well, I seen Street TV. Alonzo posted the names of everybody in this pic.
But let me tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
You see, okay, now I'm gonna tell you why that's not Mac.
Yes,
all right.
Is. Go ahead.
Okay, okay, I'm gonna tell you why it's not. All right, so Fast Black, he was about tall as Mouse. Notice how he's taller than Raymond?
Yeah.
Okay, now Raymond, he and I was around the same height. Cowboy or Herc right here, he was taller than me. And Mac Thomas wasn't that tall.
You know,
see where he's coming. See where he's coming up. See where he's coming to. Fast Black.
Yeah.
Mac was not that tall. Fact is, Mac was way shorter than Raymond. Mac was shorter than me.
But
Mac wouldn't have posted up. Mac wouldn't have posted up that high with Fast Black.
But you
know. And Mac's complexion, Mac was more bright skinned. He was more high yellow.
Well, he's bright. He looks bright to me. It's just it's an old distorted picture. And,
okay.
And my philosophy on that, I could be wrong, but my philosophy is Mac's closer to the middle of the street, and the street goes down toward the curve. So it would make Mac look taller than he normally is. Yeah,
and he could have been standing up on something too.
Or he might have had on some crayon shoes or some wallabies with a thick sole.
But I'm gonna tell you, once you look at Mac and you know Mac's face, Mac looked like Edward G. Robinson. Remember the old gangster? Remember that movie, that they did? And it was the 10 Commandments.
Yeah.
Okay, that was like, I think, Edward G. Robinson's last movie. Mac favored that dude. A young version of that dude.
Machine Gun Rusty was my big dog. I ran with Cuz on the streets and on the tier. Rest in peace, loved one. Magnificent 7 ETG.
Straight respect, bro. I respect that. I revere that. That's all good. Shout out to my little brother in heaven.
Yeah, Alonzo and some other people said that was Bub in the middle. But I was telling Baby Shiny Mac, I always heard it was Fast Black, but I don't know.
That's not Bub in the middle. That's Fast Black.
Yeah, I'd always heard Fast Black too, but I don't know him, so I couldn't say.
Yeah, I know him. I know everybody in that picture.
Okay. Man, I wonder if Vernon Swan seen that picture.
That's who we need to let see that picture.
I know, but I don't know how I could let him see it.
Yeah, no shit. Oh, I know how we can let Verta see it. Get the picture. Take it and make it into a hard copy and mail it to him.
Send it to him. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
they're not doing
so. And tell him to write down the names of everybody on the picture.
Oh, that's smart, Q. That's smart.
Yeah. Put the names up under and mail it back.
Somebody said you got to think he has an afro and a hat on too. That could make him look taller.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm not going to argue that it's not Mac. But we already made a mistake with Donna Ray, and I didn't think that was Donna Ray when I seen that picture, and I don't think this is Mac. So I'm just going on the record that I don't think that that's Mac. And you got to keep in mind, I met Mac. I was friend with Mac, so I met him on the street, and I believe it was in 1970 or 71, at the gas station at that Capra House that night. That's the personal meet. And then we were in YTS together.
JV, we don't ask about why people went to prison, man. We leave that to the other channels, man. We don't worry about that over here. If you ask again, you're not gonna be welcome over here.
It's two things we try not to do over here. We don't say what people went to prison for. We don't describe, who shot who. And we don't talk bad about the dead. So if you can respect that and then you can respect our get down, then you need to try to get down the same way we getting down, because that's straight old school get down.
OG Cutes, much love from Crazo from Raymond.
Hey, Crazo, you my dog, man. What's up with y'all? Got nothing but respect for Raymond's, all my Raymond cousins.
Hey, that's a little disrespectful, Great League. Great League said he trusted you, Cutes, over any other platform. He didn't say it that nicely, but that's how I translated it.
It's all good.
Young Tiny, what's up, man? Alex had to be told. I'm sure he did. Shit, we all had to be told. Raymond's the only one that us that didn't know Raymond can actually recognize. Let's see, though. Yeah, that's it for the pictures for the night, man. I hope that kind of got you riled up a little bit, man.
Well, that's good, because it's like, I know you got a lot more pictures than that. Sure. It's good when you break out these old pictures, and then we could, collaborate some things. We could look at these pictures and we could reminisce about some events, hopefully from some of them. And it's good to see pictures of old friends, and associates as well.
Right.
So that's a good thing.
Let me go over one picture, because somebody asked me about this one day and I didn't address it. Now, this right here, this is Wiz from Raymond. Rest in peace right here. Baby Crazy Keith from Harlem. This dude right here is a Caucasian. It's a white boy. It's a Wood right here. He was claiming East Coast Crip. He was out the valley, but he was claiming East Coast. I believe he was claiming 11-8. Yeah, he was 11-8 East Coast. This is the guy that the white boys smashed. They broke his jaw. They beat him down. And I threw a meeting and asked him what did he want to do. And he chose to roll it up. So we don't support nobody that's not going to fight for themselves. If you're not going to take off first, we're not going to be bothered with you. So him rolling it up was the best thing for him to do. But he hit the yard like he was pretty solid, and we embraced him. He hung out with us for a few days until the Mexicans put pressure on the white boys to sweat him. But that's the guy that I was telling you guys about before. Richard Moore, it's all good, man. Only one team can win every year. You got to remember that. 30 teams, one winner. Dave Roberts a horrible manager. So what? So be it. It's over with, man.
But they're not going to get rid of him because he still had a winning season. I guarantee you they're not going to get rid of him.
Every year. But you know what? We had 9 straight successful seasons, and we fired that first coach for the first 3 years. Now we have Dave Roberts for the next 6 years. So it's possible, but I kind of agree with you. They like this token. He's a puppet. He's a puppet. You could put him in position to look like he's a leader and a manager because he's half black and half Japanese. But I believe the truth is they're not really giving him a whole lot of power over the team.
Wow.
That's just what I think. Hey, Stan, good looking out. Good looking out, man. Appreciate it. Who you got winning the World Series this year?
I got the Padres.
Well, my 2 picks, one is out already. The other one is actually I had 3 picks. I'm gonna keep it real. I can't even lie. I said it would be the Dodgers, Astros, or Yankees. The Dodgers are out of it. The Yankees are almost out of it. Houston looks like the best team in baseball. Houston, San Diego would be a great-ass World Series. Texas and California.
Okay. Yeah, I hope I hope California definitely. I hope the Padres, make it to the game, to the series. And I hope we win it. That's what I hope. I don't got season tickets. I only been to 2 baseball games in my whole life. I've been to the one at Dodger Stadium when the Padres were playing the Dodgers, and then I went to one here in San Diego at Petco Park, which is a nice ballpark, and that was it. So two. I got enough money to buy a ticket, but not no season tickets. See, when I was a kid, you guys gotta realize something. You could buy a ticket to the football game for $7.50. All you do is walk down, buy your ticket on a Thursday or a Tuesday. You go and watch the game. Go sit down in Memorial Coliseum and you can watch the Rams. And baseball was the same way. They could get one ticket, but it don't work like that no more. So that's how they keep the real poor people out of the stadiums, because they're greedy. The average dude who works at McDonald's, he can't buy season tickets. They can only buy one ticket. So they ought to start back selling one ticket.
Let me address, right. Let me address somebody real quick. Purple Rain. First, let me ask you a question. You don't agree that Roberts is a bad coach, right? So let me ask you, if Roberts is a decent coach, did he blow last game or did he not blow last game? Let me get your answer to that question. While we wait on your answer.
Hey, Kev, also describe the exact play in his management where he blew it. Just set up the stage of it.
I was going to do that. That's why I want to know where he at least admit to he blew that game last night. But here go the thing. First of all, I'm not gonna mention how he blew the game last night. Yet. But I want to say this. You have a team that reached the playoffs 3 years straight before Dave Roberts got the job. So he already has a playoff team. He inherits a playoff team. Let's get that right. Okay. Purple Rain says he don't think he blew the game last night. Okay, now listen. Now I'm gonna get into how he blew the game. But first, I'll give you some background. So the Dodgers already are a playoff team when he gets the managing job. Now you got the highest payroll in baseball. There's 30 teams. There's 30 teams. You have the highest payroll in baseball, which only means 2 things. Either you have the best players or your ownership just throws money out there for players. All right? Now, he had a great pitching staff this season, right? Great pitching staff. Let's see who had the best pitching staff. We already know the Dodgers had the highest payroll. Let's see. 10 best rotations in baseball. Okay, the Mets had the best rotation, then the Brewers, then the Blue Jays, then the White Sox, then the Astros, then the Giants. That's bullshit. They got the Dodgers, the 7th best pitching staff in baseball. At the beginning of the season, they rose all the way to number 2. So you got a great pitching staff because Haney got hurt, Walker Buehler got hurt, and I think Tony Gosselin may have got hurt. But we're talking about the beginning of the season, they were number 7. They moved up to number 2, bro. If you know the Dodgers, there's a guy named Anderson. He pitched lights out. He pitched lights out. So you're not losing nothing. You're not losing anything if a starter gets hurt. Right? Okay. Now, here go the thing. So you know you got a good pitching staff, only one team with a better staff. You know you got the best payroll. You know you got a team that's already playoff bound. Damn near anybody can just coach the Dodgers to a playoffs, is what I'm saying. Now, here's how he blew the game last night. And I can tell you he blew the game the same way 5 out of 6 years as Dodger manager. The only year he won was a COVID season. But like you said, set it up. Dodgers are winning 3-0. It's 3-0 in the 7th inning. Wait, I'm sorry. It's 3-0 after 5 innings. Anderson gave up 2 hits. And you know I'm not looking at that. This is my baseball knowledge. Anderson pitched 5 innings. He gave up 2 hits. He gave up no runs. So we got a 3-0 lead with Anderson in the game. Anderson shutting down their big bats. So now you take Anderson out. Anderson can go one more inning because he's only thrown 80-something pitches. He got one more inning in him. And he shut down the top of the lineup. So now Roberts doesn't want him to pitch through the lineup 3 times. So he takes him out. That's a bad decision. That's bad decision number 1. Number 2, you bring in a pitcher out the bullpen that's a 2-inning pitcher. This pitcher can pitch 2 innings. He comes, he's throwing hard, he's throwing nice. He was a little scary because he let 2 runners get on base. So he was looking shaky. I give him that. He was looking shaky, but he dominated the batters that he got out. He dominated them. He didn't just get them out. He dominated them. This brother didn't give up no runs. So now we went through 6 innings. Now check out the scenario is what I'm trying to set up. You could have let Anderson go 6. Now you could have brought this reliever in for the 7th. So you know what the score is right now? The score is 3-0 in the 7th if everything goes the way it's been going all night, right? But instead, we only got 6 innings out the way. So now here comes the 7th inning. The 7th inning, you switch pitchers again, you idiot. What are you switching pitchers for? There's no need to switch pitchers. This is a 2-inning pitcher. You only let him go 1 inning. You let a 6-inning pitcher go 5 innings. You're cutting your best chance to win down a whole inning, each of the first 2 pitchers. So now you bring this pitcher in, this bum-ass pitcher, mind you, and you could go look at his stats. He's only played in 13 games. We played 160-something games. You're going to bring a dude in that hasn't even played in 1% of your games, or is that 10%? It's 10%, I think. You're going to bring a guy in to pitch that's only played in 13 games? Yeah, Kev's mad that the Dodgers lost. Get over that. I'm answering somebody's question. So you bring a guy in that's pitched 13 games, and he's not no great pitcher. He's not a big-name pitcher. I'm a Dodger fan. I don't even know his name. You brought this fool in. Now he's getting rocked, as he should, because nobody knows his bump, right? So he gives up 3 runs. So now you done took 2 pitchers out that gave up no runs. You leave this bum in to give up 3 runs. Now, you know what you do? You're worried now. Oh, shit, we might lose to the Padres. Oh, damn, we had a 3-0 lead. This is our last chance to win. We lose tonight, we're out of it. It's 3-3, no outs. We're on the road. and there's 2 runners on base. So you know what he does? He brings another pitcher in out of the bullpen that hasn't fully warmed up. That was a desperation move. He lost out of desperation. You brought a bum in that's not, I'm not going to call him a bum, but you brought a pitcher in that hasn't adequately worked out. That's on the manager. That ain't on nobody else. That's on the manager. It's not even on the pitcher because he's not warmed up enough to come in the game to throw his best pitches. And he's in a bad situation because the previous pitcher got runners on base. Now, you can't sit here and honestly tell me that Dave Roberts hadn't made a mistake, hadn't blown that game. How can you do that? You can't say that. And you know what's called? A lot of people say that the Dodgers didn't hit. These batters didn't hit. Guess what? Padres only had 9 hits. The Dodgers had 7 hits. So we had almost as many hits as the Padres. On top of that, guess what? We scored in 2 innings. They scored in 1 inning. You know what that means? That 1 inning that he made all the mistakes in is the inning that cost us the game. That's the inning that lost the game for the LA Dodgers and sent them home early. And you're going to say it's not his fault? You got to be kidding me. I feel like Rockhead right now. It's no way you bring Vesia in the game at that point, bro. Bro, if you know anything about baseball, or if you forgot, let me remind you. In the bullpen, there's 2 pitcher mounds. There's 2 catchers. You can throw two pitchers can warm up in the bullpen at the same time. You know what that means? He should have had Vesia up when he had that bum up. So you bring that bum in, and if that bum messes up, Vesia's ready. It's common sense, bro. That's why it's enough room for 2 pitchers in the bullpen. So you can have a choice of who to bring in. And if you bring one in and he mess up, the other one's already ready. I'm just saying, bro. Dave Roberts blew that game. Now, I'm going to give Dave Roberts a way out. I'm going to give him one way out. The only way Dave Roberts didn't blow that game, and he's not a bum-ass manager, is if the front office is making all the calls. If the front office is calling down to the dugout and telling Dave Roberts to take somebody out and put somebody in and play the analytics, then it's the front office's fault, and Dave Roberts is just a puppet. And that's it. I'm done, Q.
Yeah, it seems like he was right on. If he came from his own mind, his own playbook. But if he was being the puppet for the upper management, then it's on them, and he just the fall guy for it. But it seemed like it's him. And he could have let that one guy out for another whole inning. Then when he retired him, he could have brought in the other guy and let him just continue to play.
Let me see. That's Q's Cash App right there. And bad coaching, Kev. You might go one of you keep talking about it. You might.
I think your analysis is right on, Kev, because I mean it's like this. You start making a mistake and you get too far in, you don't want to change the course, so you're in a rut now. So he made it out of desperation. He calls another guy that's not fully warmed up. Like he said, the bullpen has enough room for 2. So the other guy should have been warming up at the same time with this guy. Then he would have been ready to come in if this guy fails, which he did do. Absolutely. You know, but baseball and football they're coaching games, you know, and sometimes coaches just do some things that you'll be like, why you pull a guy out? Just let him pitch until he get a hit. Let someone hit off of him. That's when I'm going to pull him out. I'm going to say, you know what? This guy's looking good. I'm going to play him until someone hits off of him. He done struck all of these dudes out. We win and we up by what, 3 or 2. I'm not pulling them out. They could be, yeah, 3. I'm not pulling them out. You know what, man? I'm gonna go talk to him and I'm gonna say, man, you looking good. I'm gonna keep you here until I see you getting soft or until I see you weakening. But right now, you looking strong. You look like the marathon man. I'm not taking you out. It's your night. Now, all my other pitchers can be chopping at the bit because they want to come in, but they ain't gonna need to come in until this guy makes one mistake, and I'm gonna be watching him. I'm gonna watch everything about him. If I see anything, weaning, then I'm gonna call him out.
It's sad, and yeah, I'm mad. I'm mad because I'm a Dodger fan.
Yeah. I'm happy because I'm a Charger. I mean, I'm happy because I like the Padres, but I mean, I'm from LA, and I thought everybody thought that the Dodgers was gonna win it, deep down inside. But the Padres have a squad, man, and then there was a time when we thought that they were out of it too, and then they came back, and it ain't no stopping them now. It ain't no stopping the Padres now. But it's good that California could argue about their teams. You're challenging their teams. In-house arguments are good. But I don't know. The Dodgers looked like they was going to go all the way there for a minute. They were number 1. That's the way sports is, man. How much money did you lose? That's at the end of the day, that's what you got to ask yourself. Or if you took the Padres, how much money did you win? You either won or you lost. But, on another subject here, I was thinking about something else. I was wondering about, all right, so when I'm going down the boulevard, I see all these hiring signs. So all the fast food places are hiring because people are coming, they leaving. Fast food, you're dealing with the public, a lot of different attitudes. People who are new to the workforce, they can't handle the stress of it. So they'll work a few days, and sometimes management is disrespectful and they talk down to their employees, and then so the employees just quit. I mean, they live at home with their mother and father or their mom or whatnot. So they really don't got to take a lot of stress from a little boss, that's being disrespectful. So they quit. They don't even get a chance to build up no points for their retirement, but the thing is to hang in there. You never quit a job unless you got another one already lined up. And I don't mean you got a dream lined up. I mean, the other job has already took you through the process and you say, well, I'm giving a 2-week notice over here. And then that way, you done already got the other job. You just don't get the, quitting a job and you think you're going to get the other job. There's a lot of people right now wishing they would have stayed where they were at. But it's hard to go back somewhere when you leave on bad terms. You give the 2-week notice, you're not leaving on bad terms. You're doing everything by the letter. So always give a 2-week notice. No matter how frustrated you get at a job, give the 2-week notice before you leave. Just don't up and quit. That's not cool. So that's my advice about employment.
I feel you, Galen. Hey, my computer just it went haywire, so I'm on my phone right now.
Okay.
Thanks for handling that for me, man. I appreciate it.
For sure.
So what was you talking about, Q's?
Oh no, I seen that something had happened. So I'm not that good with sports, but I am good with life decisions, and things that young brothers are faced with and sisters. And I was talking about, just up quitting. Like when you have a job and you just up and quit because management is not knowing how to communicate with you, and they hitting your buttons, and you feel they disrespecting you. You don't only feel they disrespecting you, they really are disrespecting you because they don't have the skill to talk to you or how to, deal with you, with some dignity. So I was saying, Don't become that frustrated to where you quit without giving a 2-week notice.
Oh yeah,
That covers you. That
yeah.
way, you know.
I don't always agree with Go Young DJ, but I agree with him now. I always quit, man. I don't give a 2-week notice. I had one job, and I caught a case. I volunteered and told them I had a case and I would be gone for 3 months because they hold my job, because they've done that for other people, especially and man, they kind of made me like, okay. I said, you know what? I didn't diss them, but I said I'll never give a 2-week or let nobody know I won't be coming to work and none of that shit no more. I just leave. And
Yeah. You know, I was saying the reason not to do it is because what if you want to go back? You know, if you leave something on good terms, then the other thing that you thought, you know, it's like my father said, a bird in the hand is better than one in the bush. I didn't understand what he was saying that for, but it makes clear sense today. You know, you got the job, you know, so you got this, you know, prospect over here in the corner, and you relying on it, but you don't really got it. It's just, you know, like a goal to be achieved, but you got this job here. So leave by giving a 2-week notice, you know, that's in the letter there. And now if you want to come back, they can say, oh, well, he left with a 2-week notice. Oh, we'll take you back. They already invested in your training. So they don't have to train another guy. You could go right back into your basically your routine.
Right. No, what you're saying is absolutely correct. And it's the way to do things. I just always been an idiot. But let me tell you, when I drove buses, I drove school buses, and I just quit, man. I didn't give no 2-week notice and shit. And bro, one day I said, man, go to work because I'm broke. So I went to work, and they was like shocked to see me, and they started telling me I need to call in and shit. And I'm like, holy shit, I still got because they telling me I'm supposed to call in. So I started working, man, like, you know what I'm saying? I just kept working. But now I quit again. I don't have no license. My license is suspended. They called me to work, and I came to work. I didn't have no credentials. I kept working, and I drove school buses, and then I drove for Caltrans without credentials. And they would ask me, because you know you're supposed to show that stuff so they keep it on record. I would always make some excuse, so I would go straight to my bus. Sometimes I wouldn't turn my paperwork in because I didn't want to see the supervisor. I went to the supervisor, go out of the office or something, then I go turn my paperwork in or turn in the next day. And I don't advise that for nobody else. I was just ignorant and I had hustles, so work wasn't a source of so I wouldn't advise nobody else to do that. But and you definitely don't want to drive a job with a suspended license, because if you get back, you're in a world of trouble. You're gonna get
you had a class B license with a passenger endorsement.
Yeah.
Those are the hardest ones to get. And I'm gonna tell you something else. It's almost impossible for a felon to get a job to drive the school bus. So that was right now they having trouble hiring anybody. They got so many school buses, no one's driving them because there's no one to hire to drive them. Because everybody got a felony or something on in their crime file where they can't hire them. Because when you drive a school bus, you go through CHP. You know, they do a life scan. A life scan. Mean there's no particular period of time that they search your background. You do the light scan, you get your fingerprint, it gets you from birth. Anything you got in trouble for shows up in the light scan. So that's why it's almost impossible. But you could get a driving job, you could get all of that taken care of, but it just takes time when you lose it. And it depends on what you lost it for. You know, but
once again, I agree with Go Young DJ. And that is, it's messed up because when they fire you, they don't give you 2-week notice to find another job. They just fire your ass.
that's true. Yeah.
That is true. But
Yeah, it's true.
still waiting on my computer to fire back up. That's what I got to go through when I'm trying to make video, edit video.
Yeah, well, technology, you know, one day we'll have the best of everything, Kev. Best computers, best technology, best receivers, best mics, best everything.
Hey, Shaniqua, what up, homegirl? And who else I wanted to address? Okay, now you and I believe Crystal spoke on the shortage of drivers. Now this is what it is. It's not just that you got a lot of felons. It's the fact that when COVID came, a lot of people start working. A lot of people on YouTube now who wasn't on YouTube before, but they're on YouTube now. So people are actually quitting to work at home on YouTube and other social media platforms. You also got entrepreneurs that's selling these T-shirts and hats and clothing and shit from home and out their trunk. And the reason why I say this is it wasn't like this before COVID. Once COVID hit and everything opened back up, in Vegas, you can go to no gas station in every single store in Vegas, even in the malls, the mom and pop stores, they are hiring. There's openings every damn where, and all of them don't require that you not have a felony.
Yeah.
People working on computers now, man,
FedEx is paying just box handlers $22, $21 an hour. That's just you can get part-time or full-time. And you get all the overtime you want. You know, they have tempted me to go and, you know, subsidize my income, but man, I don't know if I got the energy to do it. So I don't want to commit to it. And then I don't want to, you know, I'm going to quit. But I mean, I could do it because I work the graveyard shift. So I could go in at 4 and I could get off at 10, you know, or you know, and that's get a few hours. And they get paid every week like construction workers. But where I work at now, we get paid every 2 weeks. Well, you eat every day. So I wouldn't mind having a second job where you get paid every week. And then the second week you get paid, your first job kicks in with that. So what made me think about it is there's a guy at my job, and he says, yeah, when I leave here, I go to my second job. And I said, oh, what is your second job? And he said, I work at FedEx. I said, oh, yeah, what do you do? He said, I just unload the trucks or I load them. It's either or. I said, well, with the boxes? He said, yeah, man. He said, and this is how much they pay, you know, and I get paid every week. He said, you ought to come over there. I could get you in. And I said, well, let me think about it. You got to think of your energy level, you know, and what you're doing in your real job. So I'm thinking about doing it. See, could I do it? You know, could I hang in there?
Go Young DJ says you can't drive for FedEx with a felony.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna drive. I'm just gonna load the boxes. But I have driven with my felony. I have driven for Swift. You know, I have driven buses. I have did a lot of driving jobs with a felony. So depends on what kind of felony you got, and you you could you could get a lot of jobs if you, and it depends on how old your felony is.
Right.
So there's a lot of things you qualify for.
Right.
You know, so don't disqualify yourself because of a faulty belief system.
How long been out, Cutes?
Oh, I've been out since 2011.
Okay. Yeah, you got a lot of time out now.
Yeah. All you need, what is how many points you need to draw Social Security? 10 points? 30 points?
I don't know nothing about that point system.
Yeah. So you gotta put together some years. You gotta string together some years, you know, to work. You know, so when you do retire, you at least get some money, you know, to take care of yourself. Because if you ain't rich, who's going to take care of you? And then don't be an old man and get desperate and do a dumbass robbery or something. Now you in jail rotting away. You know, prison is for a young man, you know, and it really ain't for nobody. But I said that because it's a gladiator type of environment. You know, you old, you don't want to be in there, you know, you don't want to be in there, man. So
man,
think about
Verlis Swan was just telling me, man, you do not want to go back to prison no more, man.
Yeah.
He said it's bad. He said, man, he said it's so bad. And he said the youngsters are so stupid.
Yeah.
Fight each other. He said all the Crips are just fighting each other.
Yeah, it ain't no unity, it ain't no love. It's just, you know, straight chaos. You know, and poverty. This is in the state. This is in the state system. You know, a lot of poverty, man. Some